Hello there, lads and ladies. As you can tell by the title, uh, Kevin Samuels has unfortunately passed away. Died at the age of 56. Been a big help for the manosphere and men's health in general, really, even if it came to him assisting women when it came to dating. A very successful gentleman, Kevin Samuels. He's an American chap, very intelligent man, very blunt with his words, I shall say. An awful lot of women will attest to that. You know that he was very blunt with his words for good measures, really. You know, normally ask women to rate themselves out of 10 and all that. Whenever he'd hear like a 10, he'd just be like, "Stop the cap! Come on now, stop the cap." See, what the women that he tried teaching didn't realise is that you have to look at yourself in the picture and better yourself first before you can even think about bettering another person's life, basically. And that's what he tried to do for women around America and mostly around the world that were willing to listen. And it completely disgusts me to hear that a lot of women, not just some, but a lot of women are relishing his passing. Relishing it? Really? You're relishing the death of someone? Who the fuck does that? Who does that? It's disgusting. It's absolutely fucking disgusting to relish someone's demise like that. How dare you? How dare you? He done nothing but try to help you. He tried to help you when no other man would. He told you the truth, and you couldn't even swallow that pill. You couldn't swallow that pill to better your life and to better your more likely partner's lives. See, there's a thing that women don't understand. Women have the opportunity to constantly date. It's easy for women to date. You have to look a certain type, understandable. You have to have at least a decent personality, and yes, I will say it's hard to bag a man to marry, and understandable. Of course, you have to get to know the person. You have to then hope that they're not going to do the same thing. I mean, modern dating today sucks for both genders at the end of the day, really. But god damn it, women have it easier. Like, by a country mile. I don't care what anyone says. So to go, like, onto his Twitter page and say the things that you've been saying, just disgusting. Absolutely fucking disgusting. And you all wonder why I'm not dating in today's modern day era, because it's just a mess. It's a trap of, like, sick individuals that will take your assets, take your life, take your children from you, and you wonder why I don't want to put myself through that type of trauma. I would love children. I would honestly, like, die for children if I had any. But I don't think I'd be willing to lose my children. That would, I think, be the one thing that would destroy me, honestly, knowing that you can just do that in this day and age. And even with the whole Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial still going on, like, it's still going on. Like, on day one, you'd be like, oh, yep, open the shut case. But no, it's still going on. I don't understand it. And I just saw on the news the other day with a friend of mine, it, like, showed an expert of Amber crying, her crocodile tears and all that shit. And here I am thinking to myself, they are really trying to paint Johnny Depp as the abuser in this situation. Yes, there have been times when he's self-defended himself and he's struck out at a cupboard, but they fail to tell you that the cupboard that he hit was because he just heard that his mother had passed away. So understandable, he'd be pissed off, and so he took his anger out on a cupboard. Not Amber, the cupboard. There's evidence against it. This is what I'm getting so sick of our society, of constantly raining down the hate. And there's just so much hate towards men in this day and age that I just think to myself, why do we do it? Why do we put up with it? Why do you put up with it? Why do you date someone that hates you so much? And I just think to myself that I'm so heartbroken because Kevin, bless him, he's tried so damnedest he's made a business out of helping people. He's helped women at least try and like surf the uncertainties of the modern dating scheme and all that. A very successful gentleman, and yes, he did something that an awful lot of us wouldn't do. But at the end of the day, he saw it as a business opportunity, and good on him. He went for the bag. He chased the bag. He did his thing, basically. You know, he's trying to do his best for himself, really, as a businessman. That's understandable. I can respect him for that. But it's just such a horrid case where both sides are attacking one another, you know, gender against gender and like class against class and all that stuff. I'd hate to see it in this day and age, really, where we're meant to say like, oh, we are like racially different but racially equal in a certain sense. How can you say that you're racially like equal, but we're at war with each other than we've ever been before, basically? Yeah, there's not massacres on the street as much as you care to imagine, but sooner or later stuff like that is going to happen because it's just getting to the point where it's getting ludicrous. I don't mean to go on a rant and all that. I meant to come on and just give my condolences to Kevin's family and all that. If you don't know who Kevin Samuels is, he's a very, very influential person within the manosphere and of men's rights and all that. He's not technically in MGTOW, but to us, he's just as good as one, basically. He's helped an awful lot of men open their eyes to what it is to dating in the modern day times, especially in America, because dating in America is just, don't do it. Just don't go to America and date. It's not worth it. It is really not worth it for your mental and emotional health, really, at the end of the day. That's partly why I'm wearing my rugby gear, because I need to go out. I've got a rugby match I'm going to. It's been one of the longest times since I've had a rugby match, and I want to go back in and, you know, get my teeth sunk into it again. But my spirits are kind of down because of hearing the news. I woke up at 10:30 this morning, and I got a notification from Replicant Fish for one of his videos, and I just read the title and I couldn't believe it. At 56 years old, but the poor man was only over 50 years old, like 6 years past 50, and I couldn't believe it. There are some people suspecting that it could have been something else, like it might not be a cardiac arrest or something like that. I don't really believe that. I just think it was an unfortunate case of cardiac arrest, and I think he spoke in his one of his videos about declining health or something like that at one point. I'm not so sure, but it'll be something to look back on and wonder, you know, maybe we should have caught the sign sooner, basically. But yeah, to hear the response, what women have been saying about him, even though he's done nothing but try to help them. Yes, I know a little bit heavy-handed, but at the end of the day, you can't sugarcoat things if you want to improve, basically. It's like saying to a drug dealer, you know, we can only help you so much until you help yourself, basically. It's just something that an awful lot of women can't handle, is the truth and logic, basically. I'm not saying that women can't be like logical. It's just they prefer not to hear it. Basically, they like to hear the feel good Kool-Aid, as Manosphere Highlights likes to put it. Basically, you know. But it's just a shame. I wanted to come on and give my condolences to Kevin's family and to Kevin himself, basically, for helping a lot of men in America and around the world, really, to open their eyes to modern dating as it is, basically, you know. He's done so much for the manosphere, and it's growing every single day, and honestly, I'm so thankful to men like him and others. Like, you've got Replicant Fish, you have Better Bachelor, you've got Casual Bachelor, you've got so many other fantastic manosphere content creators that are being silenced every single day by YouTube, and even this video might get silenced because I'm talking about something that might seem a little bit far right, but it's not far right. I'm trying to convey my condolences to a man that has tried his best to help a community on both sides, really, and if that is censored, then our society is well in doubt, more than likely on the brink of destruction anytime soon, basically, because it's just stupid how you can't have free speech, like, to a certain degree. Only one side on a platform can have free speech over the other, basically. It's pathetic, really. It's absolutely pathetic, so I don't know what to say about it all, really. But I just hope that someone there has a heart to allow this to be seen, because I want more people to be able to open their eyes to the ludicrousness of what is going on in today's world, basically. Even in death, Kevin, your lessons will go on forever. Every single one of your lessons will go on forever, Kevin, and we will not forget you anytime soon. Rest in peace, brother. Take care, my friends.